Hey guys, I've got Soro over here with Flush Leveling Foundation, and he's a business owner and he owns a foundation company, pretty successful in what he does. So we'll ask him some questions today and see if we can learn from him. Hey Soro, how's it going?
Hey, good, good. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Hey man, just wanted to say thank you for being here, and wanted to ask you first of all, how did you start? In your business, and why did you start?
So the reason I started was because, it went up like a ladder, basically from laborer to foreman and then wanting more, obviously wanting to do things a little bit better. And then from there, I was just like, well, I'll start my own thing. And yeah.
Awesome. Are you enjoying your journey as a business owner?
Yes, but I didn't intend on the stress on it.
Yeah, for sure. As a business owner, there comes a lot of stress and stuff like that. That's a given there. How do you deal with that stress? Do you play sport or do you exercise? Or everybody has a different way of dealing with it.
Correct. So the way I deal with it is do some labor work or go home and just spend time with family, basically. Family is a getaway for sure.
Awesome. Another question that I had for you is how important is consistency and discipline? And have you used these two things to grow and sustain your business?
Yes, definitely. Discipline for sure. Even when you're sick, when you're feeling bad, family reunions, you can't assist. You still got to show up for the work, and business is always on the mind. So yeah, discipline and consistency on both of those for sure.
Yeah, I also feel the same way. And you hit some awesome points. Show up. That's my favorite word. No matter what happens, you still got to keep showing up every single day, right?
Correct, yeah.
How do you see the Dallas Metroplex for doing business? It's growing. There's never a slow time here. But you feel like a lot of new people come into business and fail. Do you have any words of wisdom for any new people that are coming into business?
I think it's good, and I think it's worth it, but it just comes with a lot of responsibility. And as long as you're willing to put in the work on whatever you choose, and as long as you're passionate about it, you'll go. You'll have to go because you'll blow up either way. Yeah.
So, with that being said, there are a lot of people that go into business and then they'll think that in 2 years they'll get rich. What is your thoughts on that?
No, man. It's gonna take more than 2 years. Plus, I did see a statistics that most business in 2 to 3 years fail. Right.
Absolutely.
So if money is the reason, I don't think it's worth doing it. Just because you got to be passionate about it. Plus dedication and consistency. And when you don't have any money, I don't think it comes natural. So
Yeah. No, those are great points. Discipline, consistency, passion, they all play into effect there. Another question here, how important are relationships to you, whether it be business relationships or even relationships with your competition? How important are they, and what have you learned from those relationships?
They're the way to go, because first and foremost, the advice that you get from other companies, a relationship even being like yourself, and it's just picking their brain and then seeing how they think, and then they expand to your brand, and then you're like, why didn't I think of that? Or why is he doing better than I am? And you ask them, hey, look, how can I do better? And as long as, because they are competition at the end of the day, but if you have a good relationship, they might help you in the future, or you might help them in the future.
Yeah, I think the same. We were trying to implement a software, and I called you and I asked you for it, and you gave me your feedback, and then we ended up using that software. So thank you for that. Thank you for that feedback. Absolutely, yeah. So that proves that, even though you're working alongside each other, even though actually we're not competition, but I may have competition that's using a better product or a service that I need for my business, and I can always learn from them and try to implement that.
Correct.
That's always going to be helpful for myself and community as a general, right?
Correct. No, yes, for sure.
Awesome. And another thing, how do you have fun? I mean, I know we talked about busting some stress and stuff like that at the end of the day. It is super hard to not have your mind think the same stuff over and over again as a business owner.
Yeah, correct. So, I mean, honestly, my main two getaways is just going to my mom, eating some good food, and then spending time with my little brothers. And then, I mean, sports, soccer. I used to play a lot of soccer, so I'm trying to get back into it just because if not, the mind is just constantly in work. And I mean, it's good. It's good to have but at the end of the day, it's just like the stress on it. It's just, you got to have some type of getaway. So, yeah, those are my two.
Yeah. No, great points, man. Another thing is, I mean, you've started it from scratch, and I have started a few businesses from scratch as well. Some people take the route of buying an existing business or buying a franchise through which they get a lot of help. Since you have started from scratch, there were no processes when you started, and you had to create every single one of those processes. How do you even start a company and create all these processes one by one? Do you just take your previous experience into play? Do you consult with somebody? And how do you know those processes are working?
So what I did was a lot of research, a lot of questions to mentors or older people, but the most important was once you messed up and you learn from that for sure, because obviously you don't want to commit that same error again. So just a lot of trial and error, literally, yeah.
Oh man, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Because you're always going to have failure.
Correct.
You're always going to have failure, and how do you take that and learn from it and get back up and keep going at the same time, showing up even when there's tough times is the key to success there. Man, I really want to thank you for being so open about some of these things and coming here to explain all these things because a lot of new people will watch this, and you're an inspiration for most of them, because everybody wants to start a small business, but some of these things that you just touched on, a lot of people they're not going to be able to do. Yeah. So by listening to you, I think most of the people will understand that, hey, discipline, consistency, passion, showing up every day, these are the basic fundamentals. And money is there, but it's not going to come to you in 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. It's going to take a very long time. No matter what you do, the process is the same. You just got to follow the process and be patient till you win.
Correct. No. Thank you for having me. And I enjoy my time. Whenever we launch anything, I enjoy it all the time.
Thank you, Soro. Appreciate it. Flush Leveling Foundation is his company. If you need any foundation repair done to your house or to your commercial structure, Soro is the guy that you guys can contact. And what's your all's phone number?
605-770-5673.
Thank you, Soro. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.